Teachers, my name is Jessica, and I put together a quick video to help orient you to the Learning Through Two Languages eWorkshop. So, once you've logged in successfully with your NUID, you'll be brought to this home page. And you can always use this home button at the left to get back to this screen no matter where you are. So if you want to toggle in between units, let's say, or just get kind of a lay of the land, you can always use this home button to take you back here. So to begin with, we're asking you to complete a few first steps. This will help introduce you to the content of the eWorkshop. It will also help to introduce you to our project, the ICMEE project. And importantly, within these first steps, you'll be introduced to the essential question for the eWorkshop. In this case, it is, how can we build on students' linguistic and cultural assets to foster additive bilingualism? And this is the essential question, as it says, for the eWorkshop. So we'll be returning to this question throughout the course of the units, and you'll have a chance at the very end to reflect on this question exactly. So before you get started with the units, we do have 6 first steps that we ask you to complete. You shouldn't take too long. Again, it's just introducing you to the eWorkshop itself and our project. The first step will be to watch a video. So as you can see, this video is embedded here. Please note that for every video that we offer, there's also a transcript available in case that's helpful for you. So in terms of navigation, you can either use these hyperlinks to move backwards or forwards. You can also use these buttons at the very bottom of every screen, the previous and the next buttons. And these are there just to help make sure that you're moving through the content sequentially. So in this case, I'm going to go back, and once again, we'll see again those 6 first steps that we ask you to complete. Once you're finished, you'll go ahead and move on to Unit 1. And the theme of Unit 1, as you can see, is bilingualism as an asset. And so while we have a large overarching essential question for the entire eWorkshop, each unit, each of the 6 units that you'll be moving through, has its own guiding question. In this case, for Unit 1, it is, how does speaking a language other than English benefit students in the U.S. schools? Now, I want to just introduce the basic cycle of every single unit. It's kind of a routine that you can count on, and so I want to make sure that we understand it. So each unit will have 3 different parts. The first is Explore. And in Explore, you'll be introduced to some new content, some new concepts perhaps. And the way that we do that is through a mix of usually interviews, of videos, of articles. And so you'll move through the Explore just based on the directions. So in this case, it says, watch this video. Again, here's the script if you need it. Second, here we have choosing one of these 2 articles, and then finally another video from TED. In this case, there's also an optional reading if you're interested. But after you've gained these ideas, you've read through, you've experienced these videos as well, we're going to ask you to complete a discussion. So here are some discussion prompts for you. And in general, we're going to ask you to reply to these prompts initially, and then we'd love for you to follow up with at least 2 of your colleagues, at least post kind of 2 follow-up responses. And I'll go over the timeline in a bit, but that's how the discussion will work. You'll post your initial response, and then please also read what others have written and post your own follow-ups to that. All right, and again, I'm going to use these navigational buttons at the bottom. I've soaked in all of the good information from the Explore. I've recorded my response here, and now I'm ready to move on. So after the Explore, that's always, again, the first part that you'll encounter in every unit. The second part is what we call Make It Work. And here is your opportunity to take some of the concepts, some of the ideas that were presented in the Explore, and actually apply them in some way to your practice. So we always have options. So the option here, the first one is to survey your colleagues about bilingualism as an asset. And the second option is to interview a parent or a caregiver about their views on bilingualism. And there will always be a you make it work option. So if you have a good idea for how you can use perhaps a concept that you explored in the explore section to suit your own classroom experience, that's absolutely fine. And you'll notice that each of these have a hyperlink with more information. So this is the first option for Make It Work. And here are some prompts, here are some ideas in order to complete this. All right, so we've explored, we've made it work, and then the third step in every unit will be share. And this is another threaded discussion. So within the share section, you'll be again responding to some prompts, and you'll be uploading your Make It Work activity to share with others. So again, your task will be to respond to whatever prompt is here and also to upload your Make It Work activity. Similarly, we would also like you to read through others' responses and their Make It Work activities and respond to them at least two times. And just a little hint here. So to reply to these discussions, you'll just click on this button right here, reply. You can embed videos, images. You can do hyperlinks here. There's a YouTube mashup, so you can insert YouTube videos if you want. And in terms of uploading your Make It Work activities, you can actually use this button here, this attach button. And that's how you'll share your activities with others. And so that's the basic cycle. Again, you'll see the same thing in Unit 2 when we get there. Explore, Make It Work, share. Remember that explore and share both have those discussions. And on that note, I want to go ahead and quickly go over our timeline. So this is a document that hopefully should have been shared with you. I'll share it again in the email that I sent to you along with this video link. And what we're asking in general is that for every discussion, when a discussion is due, we'd love for you to do your initial post by Thursday of any given week, and then follow up with your colleagues anytime between Friday and Sunday. This way, we're hoping that if you are hoping to kind of contain this eWorkshop, we know it's an extra demand on your time. So if you want to contain it within the work week, that's absolutely fine. So if everyone has their initial posts on Thursday, you can come back in on Friday if you like and do your follow-up responses. If that won't work, then you still have the weekend, and hopefully that gives you enough time also to really be an active participant in the discussions. So I've made a quick change just because it's taken a little longer to get us all enrolled in the Canvas course. So for this week, there's a slight exception. I'm asking that we complete the Unit 1 Explore and the discussion post for Unit 1 by Friday. That gives you just a little extra time. So by Friday, read through all of the activities in the Unit 1 Explore and then post your response to that discussion by Friday. And then I'm going to ask you to dip back in sometime between Friday and Sunday to follow up with your colleagues. I'm also suggesting that during this week, you might just want to take a peek at the Make It Work options, since some of them require, as you can see, a little bit of prior planning. So take a look at those Make It Work options. See, when you're thinking about your lessons for the following week, think about a time when you might be able to squeeze in an interview or something like that. And then the following week, you'll complete your Make It Work, and you'll also upload your Make It Work activity and respond to the share discussion. So again, you'll see here, we'll get back onto that Thursday schedule where you upload your initial post on Thursday, review others' posts, and respond between Friday and Sunday. And we'll take 2 weeks for every unit. And it'll follow the same pattern where the first week, basically, you're just completing the Explore, reading through all the activities, all the videos and the articles, and completing that discussion post. And then the second week, you'll do the Make It Work, and then you'll post on the share. And that continues, and that takes us through about mid-May. So I anticipate that you'll have questions, and that's really no problem. Please feel free to reach out to me. I'll be handling the eWorkshop side of things. So my email is jessica.masterson@gmail.com. It'll be also included in the email that I'm about to send to you all. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your partnership and your collaboration. It really means the world to us. Thank you.